We are back with another Newsday Tuesday. Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming back in with a new character as well as some cool, exciting updates for you guys. So thank you guys for joining us here as we dive into the news once again for Brave Exvius. Thanks for spending that time here. Thanks for the extra support via Patreon as well as the YouTube channel membership systems where you can get cool stuff like early access to videos when I go on a rampage. I make like 15 videos in a day. Can't upload them all at one time, so I make those ones early access for you guys out there. So anyways, let's go in here. Featured someone, Final Fantasy VII Remake updated. All right, let's check this out. We are having the new Neo Vision Aerith, who's going to be a cool little combination of a healer, damage dealing character. And then we're going to have 5-star base, the old Cloud, as well as the old Red XIII are getting Neo Vision Awakening. So we're going to see more and more of these characters, the old characters that we've had access to before, get awakenings, and then we're going to have a new 5-star base who's a 7-star max, not a Neo Vision character, in the form of Rufus Shinra from the FF7 Remake here. So this is going to be starting the September 3rd here for you guys, and let's dive right into it. Just like before, we have FF7 Remake Aerith. Her Brave shift form gives her the elegant, exquisite, whatever you want to call it, dress. I forgot what the name was from the FF7 Remake, and she's going to turn into sort of a mage type character there. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Her EX +1 rewards, we're going to get the new Vision card, Planet's Whisper. You will also get that card at +3. Not to mention, just like every other EX +1 character who's a Neo Vision, you're going to get access to the Brave Shift form. So her Brave Shift does last infinite turns here until you decide to shift on back, and is a 1-turn cooldown that you can use right away on turn 1. Her STMR is Aerith's Clothes, 28 defense, 80 magic, 70 spirit, and then you get Snappy Dresser here, which gives you 50% true double hand. So true double hand magic on a body piece is pretty cool. So you'll get this if you EX +2 her, or you know, if you get your hands on her and you just kind of don't want to use her for whatever reason, you can just go ahead and use 100% Super Trust Master Moogle to obtain this as well. Her TMR is a prayer to change the future, 40% magic, 20% spirit, and fire, ice, lightning, and light resist by 15%. So this one's okay. It's nothing super crazy. You know, it's got some cool stuff there. It's got the resistances as well as the magic and spirit, but it's not like the crazy Super Trust Master reward ones that have like 60% fire, ice, lightning, and light resist or anything of that nature. But you'll have some uses for this, I'm sure, if you're still trying to get some elemental resistance on your magic character there. So pretty cool there. Then we have the Vision card, the Planet's Whisper. It's going to give you a magic and spirit split. So at level 1, it gives you 40 magic and spirit. At level 10, it's going to give you 65. And then we'll go over the abilities on the card itself there. And we'll have a little bit of a closer look at the art when we get to the card art for the Vision card. Now, featured standard abilities, the stuff they're showing off here. We have ATB Ward, which is an ability right out of the remake. Fills LB gauge and gradually restores HP for all allies. And then activates Limit Shear for 2 turns. From the next turn, this is going to give you the ability to constantly, for the next 2 turns, start filling up the LB gauge for your whole party as well. So very cool. A little bit of a LB gauge support ability here for her. And then we have Planet's Protection. Activates a barrier and reduces physical damage taken by all allies for 2 turns. So she does have some cool things. She has the ability to give off some big HP barriers. She does have access to physical mitigation. I think she also has access to general mitigation on top of that. So pretty cool stuff there. If you get magic mitigation from like your tank or something, you're going to have all 3. And that's going to be pretty fantastic for you guys out there. Now, we also have featured Brave Shift abilities. They're showing off Sorcerer's Storm here. Deals light damage to all enemies and restores HP for all allies. So this is going to be a skill that you can use for damage and healing at the same time. This is harkens back to, I forget what it's called, but the old 4-star base Ashe, if you're around back there, who would heal. But this actually heals. All right, unlike Ashe's who healed like 100 HP. This heals for like an actual heal. It's got less multipliers than Kiraja, not by a whole lot, but remember that she's going to be a Neo Vision character with Neo Vision stats, so lower mod, but higher base stats, higher spirit to heal up there for you guys. It also has the Fleeting Familiar. Grandis ability works just like a Magnus abilities. Boosts light damage for LB's abilities and magic in certain abilities for the caster. So this is going to give her a big buff for a couple of turns there with the Fleeting Familiar. You can use this 2 times per battle, but it's going to give her that new buff for her different light sources of damage there. She also has access to a Light and Peril. She has a lot of cool Brave abilities that they didn't show off here, but she is pretty awesome there when all things are said and done. Look for the full review later this week. Now we also have Neo Vision Awakenable Cloud here. His Brave Shift form, he kind of goes into, what was his stance in the remake? A Punisher stance, I do believe. I think it was a Punisher stance. It sort of looks like that sort of stance he's taking up there. Now, unlike, you know, the base NV characters, you're not getting any cards, right? There's no, like, special cards that you're getting at EX +1 or +3. You will get the EXP cards for +2, +3, but nothing else there. Same sort of a Super Trust Master Reward and Trust Master Reward, because he's just the old character here, but they're showing off some of his stuff here. Sonic Impact is going to be damaging one enemy. Buster's End is actually pretty great. It deals critical damage to one enemy, and you can chain up. The only thing is that in JP that this was an Octoslash chaining frame skill, so not a whole lot of chaining partners out there for you, but it is pretty powerful with the multiplier, right? It's got like I think after the critical damage bonus is factored in, it's like a 90-something multiplier that you can just go out there and spam. So if you give him an imbue, give him an imperil from an outside force, then this is going to do a lot of work for you there with Buster Impact. We have Rush Strike, deals damage to an enemy and fills your own LB gauge. And then Meteor Burst, fills own LB gauge to max and activates Heated Up after 2 turns. So a lot of the things for Cloud, like he's not like the craziest one, but if you are a fan of Cloud, you didn't get NV Cloud, the base form, you can use this NV Cloud. And if you want to put him in a party, you want to build a party around him, it's probably going to be built around Buster's End, but we'll have a more in-depth look at him like Aerith this weekend. Now, Red XIII is coming out here as well. Finally in the game, although a lot of people thought we were going to like skip him for some reason. I just, you know, when he didn't come out with the Tifa, I was like, they'll probably just put him in. They'll put him in with Aerith instead for some reason. So we have the Neo Vision Awakenable Red XIII, pretty powerful. He got overlooked quite a bit in JP because Tifa is just so insane, but he also is pretty great in his own right. So remember, like his base old, 7-star form had a bunch of different killers. I know some killer buffs, like he had a bunch of beast killer and demon killer and things of that nature, and he's gonna still have access to that. So if you're fighting against those monsters, he's gonna be even stronger in his Brave Shift Neo Vision form. So it lasts 3 turns, and the Brave Shift cooldown is 3 turns, available on turn 4 here. And then his standard featured abilities that's showing off here is High Speed Fang, damage one enemy and evade some physical attacks 10 times. So, he's going to be really hard to be getting hit by those physical attacks because this is going to be a skill that you use to do damage, and it gives him 10 stacks. Just him, not your whole party, 10 stacks of Mirage though. So he's going to be pretty much 100% dodge all the time, and this could actually be useful, for new players out there who just want to, have someone solo a whole trial for themselves, up to a certain point for sure. Maybe share it to a new player so they can just kind of get in there and spam high speed Fang, possibly. Killer Rave here deals 1 damage to an enemy, boosts physical damage against beasts, demons, and reapers for the caster again. So there's the 3 killers coming back out a different way to buff him up with his second Brave ability. Warrior's Cry boosts LB damage and restores MP every turn, is in his Brave Shift form. And then Stardust Fire deals partial and mitigated fire damage to an enemy there. That's going to be his Grandiose ability there. I don't know if that's a chain finishing skill or a chaining skill. Can't tell. It's also not listed here, and I can't remember, but he's going to be pretty powerful out there for you Red XIII fans. Is he going to be as good as Tifa? No, not as far as big burst chain finishing damage. Tifa's kind of insane, but he is going to have access to a lot of other cool stuff that makes him useful in your party. Now let's take a look at Rufus Shinra here, FF7 Remake. See what they're showing us here. His STMR is the new boss. What a name. Boosts attack by 60% when equipped with a shoot type weapon. All right, and boosts equipment attack when armed with 2 one-handed weapons. So 60% attack and true dual wield on the STMR. I do think that this is, I don't remember if this is 50%, 100%. I'm not sure. It's pretty decent though. We do have a lot of different true dual wield sort of abilities out there. This one is locked to a specific weapon type though, which kind of hurts it a lot, right? We've had like stuff like Sora and Riku Super Trust Master Rewards, 70% attack and 50% true dual. We had, War of the Visions Gilgamesh, 60% attack and magic, 50% true dual attack and magic. So it's not really knocking me off my seat here if it's 100% true dual, which it could be, because 50% seems kind of underwhelming. It may be a little bit better, but you just don't need 100% true dual on a lot of characters nowadays. But yeah, Rufus Shinra, a little weird there, my guy, a little weird there. His TMR is Rufus Shinra's clothing, nullifies sleep. I guess he's an insomniac. Activates Shinra shotgun shells. Say that 3 times fast. Boost attack by 30% when equipped with a shoot weapon. So this one's actually pretty decent. It's like a TMR, so it's like a worse version of Adam Jensen's trench coat slash the new Bear FF7 Remake Super Trust Master Award. Obviously, because it's a TMR, and both of those are Super Trust Master Awards. But this could be useful if you're using that weapon type a lot on different weird true double hand builds, possibly in the future. If you get them off banner in the future, or you get them, you know, on banner while pulling for Aerith, keep that in mind as you go through your units that you're using. Now, featured abilities: a new beginning for Shinra, reduces defense for one enemy, enables triple shotgun, and let's make it a night to remember for 5 turns. Are you taking me on a date, Rufus? And boosts damage of certain abilities to the caster. He's got some defense breaks. You can use this once every 6 turns. Triple cast, and let's make it a night to remember. Taking me out for some... better be some stakes, honestly. Thunderclap deals lightning damage to an enemy, adds lightning element to your own physical attacks, and then tread softly, reduces defense and lightning resistance. I mean, you're right. Just like Bear FF7 Remake, is he going to be usable and stuff? For sure. Is he going to be better than any Neo Vision character? Definitely not, because he's a 7-star character, not a Neo Vision character. That's just how it goes. Especially, let me get this across, 7-star damage dealer, primarily, is what really is holding those characters back. 7-star healers and tanks and supports and stuff, they can shine just as well as they shined before. But comparing the two different kinds of damage dealers to each other, you know, you're asking for it. No, so we have new vision cards. We're going to have 2 new vision cards, all right? Now, one of these is going to be Aerith's card, as you can see on the left from the start of the game there, when she's checking out the little crack in the pipe. The other one is going to be the Scorpion Sentinel card, which is going to be a new random card that you can pull, okay, when you pull a Neo Vision character. So the Aerith card on the left is from exclusively awakening her to EX +1 or +3. The new card with the Scorpion battle with Cloud flying up there. It looks like he's falling a little bit, is our random card. So Planet's Whisper here, we've talked about this. This is the Magic Spirit split. Level 10 gives you 65 Magic and Spirit. The level 4 ability gives you 25% Magic and Spirit when equipped with a rod. The level 7 ability gives you 25% Magic and Spirit when equipped with a rod. And then level 10 gives you Magic and Spirit 20% if you are equipping this card to a Final Fantasy VII character. So all in all, this will be 70% Magic, 70% Spirit. That is a lot of stats there. And this is going to give you 65 flat Magic and Spirit. Remember that 65 flat Magic and Spirit is going to be affected by your Magic and Spirit percentages. So this card kind of double dips on itself. So that 65 Magic and Spirit, if you have 400% Magic, 400% Spirit, you're going to be getting that 65 total of 5 times, once from the card, and then 4 more times from your 100% bonuses that you have on your base stats there. So very, very, very strong card there if for a unit like Aerith, who you can gear for Spirit on one side, Magic on one side. But remember, she does have that one skill that does damage and heals at the same time. If you can pull it off, you can do a significant amount of damage, build her mainly for Magic, but still build her up for a little bit of Spirit and heal quite a lot off that skill while you're chaining and doing damage and things of that nature. Now we have a Scorpion Sentinel Battle. This one gives you defense, which is pretty interesting, because remember, once you have this defense flat from the card at level 10, you are going to be getting that a lot of extra times if you have 400% defense cap there. So you'd be getting the 60 from the card, and then another 240 for a total of 300 defense here. The level 1 ability, all right, is Field Generator. Activates a barrier for the caster at the beginning of the battle or after being revived. That's pretty great because that's a level 1 skill, so you don't really need to level this card up that much. It's a card that you can get, you know, in the future while pulling for, you know, Aerith or whatever. It's always going to be there. You don't need to pull for a specific character, and it's a level 1 ability, so you don't really need to invest that much of those EXP Cactar cards to level it up. And this could be very nice for your tank, re-raising, things of that nature. Level 4 ability here, auto repair function, gradually restores own HP at the beginning of the battle or after being revived. And then finally, the level 10 ability is just 20% defense. So it's going to be one of those cards that you don't really invest into because it's like super strong or anything of that nature. It's going to be one of those cards that is strong enough to put on a support, or strong enough to put on a tank or something. And it's going to be one of those cards that you don't really have to invest that much into it to get the most out of it. So pretty cool. And obviously you put this on, you know, NV characters in Arena and give them HP barriers and auto HP restore and things of that nature in Arena, just to make their HP even higher. You know, who wants to fight a 40k HP DPS 100% dodge in Arena? Not me. All right, now we're gonna have a raid event, high speed aerial weapon, the Valkyrie, the Valkyrie, the Valkyrie. What is that race from? the Volkir. I don't even know. It's from World of Warcraft. It's the dudes who lived up in Northrend. They're like giant Nords. Anyway, we're fighting this boss raid event. Hopefully we'll have the raid event from FF12. Can we pull on that? Can we pull on that yet? This is coming up. This is gonna be the FF7 event here, and you are gonna be getting bonus equipment drops from I think Neo Vision Cloud is in here still, like the old one. Yes. So you're gonna get bonus currency drops for having the new Aerith, Red XIII Neo Visioned, or the old Cloud Neo Visioned, 60%, and then Rufus, Tifa, Cloud, Awaken Rain, NV Rain, and NV Veritas. So they're give you 40%, and then the rest of the crew here that we've seen 7-starred are going to be giving you 30%, and then 20%, and then 10% if you have like a lowly Sith there. You still use that guy in the arena for the death spam or something like that. You know, still there. As far as unique stuff, we have Supernatural Wrist Guard, 30% attack, Mithril Armlet, 20% defense, Guard Stick, 114 Magic, 103 Spirit, and Legacy of the Ancients boosts MP by 30% and Spirit by 50%. This one's actually not bad and restores MP every turn. So this one's actually pretty good. Make sure you get Legacy of the Ancients there. Newer players, you know, you guys are going to have uses for this stuff for sure. Like the 30% attack and the Spirit and the Guard Stick and things like that. Older players won't, but older players still might have a use for, you know, this Legacy of the Ancients and their healer or something of that nature because of that MP refresh, that big MP and that big 50% Spirit there. But who knows what gear you guys have. Now it says get various rewards here. I see NVEX tickets in there, 5-star NVEX tickets. So make sure you're using your bonus units if you can. There's gonna be a raid box where it looks like you can pull that stuff out. Looks like dual wields in there. Looks like that's where you get that that thing that what was it called? Legacy of the Ancients. Looks like that's where you're going to be getting all that stuff is from that box. Now, new Cave of Crystals is available. And if you thought this was going to be Cave of Crystals for Fortisite, you're wrong. It's actually just the old stuff for the Blue Prelude. So enjoy that. So 2 more ULCs for us there. And then we also are going to be looking at the Overdrive Soon shop here. This is going to be updated here for you guys. This is going to be updated with more Fortisite. You're going to have Cloud Fragments in here, Ascension Pearls. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, no Red XIII. No Red XIII shards in here for you guys that I see. It's just Metal Minotaurs, Skill Snappers, and then just a bunch of Fortisite. All the Fortisite, Ascension Pearls, and Cloud Fragments. And if you are a new player, and you are super strat for Gil, you can get Gil Snapper families, although I would maybe think about that. I wouldn't go overboard. I'd definitely try to pick up. I personally, guys, I'm picking up all the Fortisite that I can with this stuff now. After I buy like the super time limited stuff, right? The super TMR, Moogle, you know, all this stuff up here, the Omni Prisms, things of that nature. I'll buy the rest of the Fortisite and things like that. With that being said, Ticket Exchange is getting updated as well. This is going to be just like it was before. We've seen it with the Neo Vision Rain and the Cloud FF7 Remake. They made Neo Vision Rain's name so it's like Rain hyphen Neo Vision hyphen. I don't understand that, but you know, you'll be able to turn these in for Cloud Fragments, Red XIII Fragments, Aerith Fragments, Shinra's Rufus Shinra's Prism, 50% Super Trustmaster Moogle, Ascension Pearl, or Transcension Pearls. These are the tickets that you get from pulling on the banner when you do a 5K 10+1. Now remember, the tickets that you get are inter-exchangeable between all of the stuff here. So if you pull on Aerith's banner, and you luck out and you get a bunch of Aeriths and you're like, oh, I have 3 tickets. I really want more Cloud Charge. You can come back up here. It's the same shop and get Cloud's stuff as well. So keep that in mind as you're going through that shop there. Then here we go. 4th Anniversary Player's Voice Summit Part 2. A big thing to vote on here. Option 1. I almost said week 1. Option 1. Weekly free 10th poll. Okay, so kind of what we are doing right now. Option 2. Daily free ×1 poll. And then option 3, a Lapis Raffle for 5,000 Lapis over 14 days. Now, option 1, as funny as it is in my opinion the thing to go for here. Option 2 is a daily free poll, right, for 30 days. So, you know, 1 times 30, that's 30 summons. Option 1 here is 10 summons over 4 weeks. So you get it 4 times. So 10 times 4, that's 40, ladies and gentlemen. That's 40. 40 is greater than 30. So if you're looking for summons, definitely the weekly there is what you're going to be doing there. And then the Lapis Raffle here. All right, the Lapis Raffle here. Get a total of over 5,000 Lapis, 14 days. Lapis is pretty good. But, you know, 4 free pulls when the amount of Neo Visions that are in the game are so low right now, I think that's still worth way more than 5,000 Lapis that you can use on a pull on an on-banner NV. Because the amount of off-banner NVs, the Neo Visions that you can get right now, there's just so few of them that you have a good shot at getting pretty much any Neo Vision character. And especially the way that it is right now, any Neo Vision character is going to be powerful for you. So especially if you're just starting out, you definitely want to get it just as many pulls. Try to get that powerful character as possible, and option 1 is definitely where you want to be there. So that's that little video right there. If you're still watching at this point, who knows? If you're not, hey, you know what? I want my Lapis. My Lapis. So we're gonna get some more login rewards here. Some Tifa fragments, Cloud fragments. We're gonna get 10 Red XIII fragments there. But is that it? Wait, why was that bugged out? If this Aerith fragment's missing, Red XIII's back again. How many Red XIII fragments do we get? So we get 30? Is that what it looks like? We get Cloud, Aerith 10, or Red XIII 10. Red XIII 10. Oh. I guess we get 20. How many Cloud fragments do we get? Cloud 10. Cloud 10. So 20 Red XIII and 20 Cloud. And only 10 Aerith. So this is probably like the worst login bonus that they've done for an NV character so far, because the other characters got 40. Aerith's only getting 20. The other 2 characters, oh, Aerith's getting 20, 30. Weird, man. It feels weird, man. I don't know. It feels weird, man. Maybe they're gonna make it more rare over time, which makes sense, I guess. And then we're also having the 4th Anniversary Overdrive 2 login bonus. Okay, maybe this is where it comes in. Nope, just Lapis, NV ticket, Lapis, more Lapis. Oh, this is probably from the anniversary thing that we did. So, okay, we're gonna get another one of the vision cards, and then just Lapis. So Lapis, give me all this Lapis for NV Elena comes out. All right, this video has gone on way too long. I'm gonna cut it down a little bit there for you guys. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. If you want to see more stuff on the channel, you know what to do. Hit that downvote button 4 times so it does full cardinal directions, north, west, east, south, and then goes way back up to the north. Until then, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.